Well, I'll tell you, today there are hundreds of municipalities that have requirements to make sure that first responders will be able to use their land mobile radios if they enter into any building. It hasn't been retroactive yet, to my knowledge, to older buildings, but at least new buildings. So we've been doing, my company has been doing life safety RF communications for a long time, since 1995. And it's been in the last 3 or 4 years since these codes have come into effect that we do a lot of work with commercial real estate developers who have to comply with the codes when they make a new building. So we come in and do surveys, we determine whether or not there's sufficient signal in the building, and then we put in amplification systems, just like you do for cell phone coverage, you know, for first responders. The purists on the public safety side say you have to have a completely independent public safety system, but the major manufacturers that make the electronics, namely Andrew Corporation and CommScope, Mobile Access, they all have electronics that will allow for all of the signals that you want to rebroadcast in a building to all be housed essentially in the same 5U rack-mounted box. So you can put a card in for public safety, a card in for AT&T, for Verizon, for Sprint, and that's definitely going to be the future. I mean, you can argue all day long about having a separate system, and logically that from a real redundancy and safety point of view, that has a lot of merit. But when you start talking about costs, when you start talking about the efficiencies that you have through technology today, you can put it all in the same system. Since the economy has improved, money is being lent, all of a sudden these commercial real estate developers have got starts everywhere. I mean, there's buildings that are going to go up around Washington, D.C. like in the old days. And so all of them will require public safety now, okay? And what's happening is that because, at least in my company, because we did so many of the early public safety ones, we're being invited back. Hey, do you guys do cell phone coverage too? Well, of course we do, okay? And that's a very good source of business for us. But I think that I've been evangelizing in-building wireless for about 6 years now. And it's only in the last couple of years that the developers, the architectural firms have really recognized that this is now becoming a base building component. Okay, toilets are base building components. Doorknobs are base building components. And now the distributed antenna system, the in-building wireless, is being classified as a base building component.